Hi, and welcome to this video on active listening skills. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to find ourselves rushing around and feeling as though we don't have time to be able to sit down and actually listen to conversations. But effective communication requires active listening, which means being fully present and engaged with others as we communicate. In this video, I'm going to share some tips and tricks with you on how to boost your active listening skills. Tip number 1 is to focus on the speaker. So one of the key elements of active listening is tuning in to the person that you're having this conversation with. That means giving them your full attention, both verbally and non-verbally. Put away any distractions like your phone, tablet, or computer, and make eye contact with them. Avoid interrupting them or finishing their sentences, and instead allow them to fully express themselves. The second tip is to practice reflective listening. So what is reflective listening? Reflective listening involves repeating back to the person what they just said to you, but using your own words. This technique helps to ensure that you understand what they just said. And it also lets the speaker know that you are actively engaged in this conversation. For example, you might say, "So what I'm hearing is that you are frustrated with your neighbor because she keeps parking her car on your lawn. Is that correct?" So that's the idea. Tip number 3 is to ask clarifying questions. If you're unsure what the person just said to you, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. This can help to avoid misunderstandings and make sure that you are on the same page. For example, you might say, "Can you explain what you mean by that?" Or you might say, "I'm not sure I understand. Can you give me an example of what you mean?" The fourth tip is to practice empathy. Empathy is the ability to be able to understand and feel what another person is experiencing. When you're practicing active listening, it's really important to practice empathy with the person you're having this conversation with. This means putting yourself in their shoes and seeing everything from their perspective. Even if you don't agree with their point of view, you can still acknowledge their feelings and show that you know where they're coming from. The fifth tip is to avoid distractions. This means staying completely focused on the conversation and putting away all distractions, which is not an easy thing to do, I understand. But if you find your mind is wandering, gently bring your attention back to the speaker and the conversation. A lot of times clients will ramble on about their life and their experiences, and after a while, it may be draining. But this is the best time to practice those active listening skills. It allows you to focus in on parts of the conversation that interest you and pull out from that things that you can ask or use your curious mind to explore even further. By practicing this active listening skill, it helps to ramp up the conversations that you are having and guide them in a direction that may be better suited for you. So as a salon professional, being able to lead a conversation down a road that is fruitful for both you and the client will benefit both of you greatly. Because let's face it, as a salon professional, clients come to you for your expertise. They come to you to be educated so that when they leave the salon, they can maintain what you have just given them. And use this time wisely to be able to craft conversations around educational insights, helping them to figure out how to best care for their hair, what products to use, why they should be using them. So being able to turn those potentially draining conversations into ones that can be more fruitful in terms of educational insights will definitely help to keep both of you engaged in a conversation that truly matters. So that's it for this video on how to build active listening skills. By following these tips and techniques, you'll be able to build stronger, better relationships with your clients. So thanks for watching. If you found this video to be helpful, I'd appreciate the like on it. And please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.